Here is one of my most controversial takes in the trading industry, and it's not for the reason you think. Most trading gurus and guys out there teaching you how to trade and mentors say that all it takes is a phone. We both know that that's not the case. It takes a lot more than just a phone. Reading levels on a chart is something that takes time and skill. Being able to identify strong and key support and resistance levels takes time and practice. To be able to think that you can just do that on a phone is not realistic, and I'm going to show you why. If you truly want to get into day trading, and I mean truly want to get into day trading, there's a couple things that you need. You're going to need a computer. It doesn't need to be a fancy laptop. It doesn't need to be this crazy PC setup like I have. It can just be a regular old MacBook. It can be a regular old Google Chromebook. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. But I'm going to explain to you why you actually need one. When you look at a chart, such as what we have right here, you will not get all this information on just your iPhone. Even with the premium subscription on TradingView, which I'll show you right here, the premium subscription will enable you to actually see similar charts, and all of your information will be there, similar to mine here. However, even turning it sideways does not give you the same feedback and key levels that you can see visually on a chart as a computer will. Like I said, it doesn't need to be an expensive computer, but you need to have some sort of laptop or computer. Personally, I'm at the point where I'm using a 53-inch curved monitor, and I can see levels going back months and even years, depending on the time frame. And that is the way I like to trade, and that is the way you need to learn how to identify levels. And identifying these levels is just step one in learning how to trade. My second case for not learning on an iPhone or an Android is going to be simple. If you are actually looking to trade, you have money to invest. Having money to invest means you have money to invest in your future and your trading career, which means you can buy a computer, which is back to point one. So if you're going to put $400 or $500 into a live account or buy a funded challenge that's going to cost you a couple $100, hold off for that month and buy the computer, because the levels that you need to see are important. Let's just take a look at this chart here. This is Euro GBP, and I'm going to delete all of these drawings right here. If you're just looking at a naked chart right here, it's not that easy to identify things if you're an untrained eye. Now, you can maybe spot the high, which would be right here. You can probably spot the high. You can probably spot, hey, okay, this is maybe the lowest point. It might have reached the lowest point again right here. So you can spot highs and lows, which is also really important to be able to do. But can you mark up a chart on a higher time frame and drop it to a lower time frame? Let's go ahead and do that. So this is the day chart. We're going to start at the 4-hour chart. So this is the 4-hour chart right here. On the 4-hour chart, we're going to be able to find our low. So we're going to draw out our low right here. This is our support zone. Now, would you be able to see this on a phone? Answer in the comments, answer to yourself. Would you be able to see this on a phone? No, you wouldn't. And you wouldn't be able to draw it out as clearly, and the visuals wouldn't be as good. Now you identify your resistance, which is going to be your high. You now have a 4-hour time frame completed chart here with a support and a resistance. But let's move on to the hour time frame if you wanted to find a break of structure on the hour time frame. So now that we're on the hour time frame, we can see if there was a break of structure, and there in fact was. So you had what was a support here. Then it became a resistance here and a resistance here. Then you had your break of structure, which was right here. Clear break of structure. Now it's being used as a support, and it's ready to move up. Now we know this because we could take a buy off this bull flag right here, or we could take a buy off this break and retest right here for it to keep going up. Either way, you're identifying a break of structure and also identifying where a key zone is. Moving on, you'd have to identify your upper zone, which is going to be up here. You've got your higher time frame resistance right here. Now you're able to see different levels. When we move down to the 15-minute, we can see, what is this chart doing? Let's move this across. This is actually acting as a new support. Could we take a buy here? Could this be a larger head and shoulders pattern? There's different things that you're going to see on a larger monitor, whether it's a laptop or a computer or an enlarged gaming screen, that you're not going to be able to see on a phone because you're going to have to zoom in too much. And let me give you an example of why. If I were to open this up right here and zoom in to try and see those levels, this is what I'm seeing in comparison to what I'm seeing right here. There's a big difference in that, and you're only going to hinder your trading experience and your journey by believing that this is the one-stop shop to learning how to trade. By now, you're probably like, okay, Matt, I get it. I can't learn to trade on my phone. I'm going to buy a laptop. I know what I'm looking at. What is my next step? Your next step is to go to Best Buy and get a laptop and buy the plan that makes sure that it is insured. So if you break it, I've seen traders do this, and I'm not joking, for $99 a month at Best Buy, get it. It's going to be the best thing you've ever done. If you get a virus, if you get anything on your computer, it's going to help to fix it. And if you've made it this far into this video, you notice that I'm already using TradingView. Download TradingView. You don't even need a premium subscription. Just download it to make sure that you have the tools to teach yourself or learn from someone how to actually trade. And my trading friends, I will leave you with this. Bottom line, you can't trade with your phone. But if you're looking to learn how to trade and looking for someone to guide you, I have tons of free options on my YouTube and my How to Day Trade series, along with all my short form content from my 1 to 30 day challenge on how to day trade and many other options. So if you haven't already, make sure you click subscribe below, like this video, and share it with your friends. If you're looking for more options like one-on-one mentoring, go ahead and click the link in my bio, tradingwithmatt.ai, and I'll see you on the profitable side.